What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Tanner Creates It. And today I'm going to be giving you a tour of my desk setup. This is a video I've actually been really excited to do, but I've held off doing it because of the reason of the actual desk. If you pay attention to my last videos, this is not the same desk that are in the rest of them. That's because I built a brand new desk. So I'm super excited, but let me stop talking about it. Let me actually show you. So to start the tour, I'm actually going to save this part for last, and we're going to start over here. So this is kind of my little shelf type thing that I'll show you. So we'll start down here. I actually do have a printer. It is just a Canon printer. I don't know the model, but occasionally I do need to print things, some emails, or occasionally I write my notes for videos, so I print it from there. I do have a Captain America prop shield over there. I bought that for my senior pictures way back then, so that's just kind of been a permanent fixture of my desk. So that's there. And then, yes, I'm aware that the cable management underneath here is awful. That's something I gotta do yet, so ignore that. So the next thing here is this shelf. Now the shelf itself, there are actually two different shelves. It's from a company called Designer Image. I got them from work, and it's kind of just pressed shelf board. So it's not it wouldn't be the strongest thing in the world, but it's nice for what I use it for. And I actually took some brackets here. I have two on the front and I have two more on the back that I bracketed them together because I just wanted that extra stabilization for it. And then I also took some small L brackets and I drilled them into the wall because the floor here is not the most even, so it kind of would lean forward, and I got tired of having to hold it when I wanted to get in here. So starting all the way at the bottom here, this bottom section has drawers, and this bottom drawer, it is a little bit of a mess, but I have like some of the containers that they're all organized, and some other little knickknacks. I have a SteelSeries controller right here, and this is a pencil case and calculator, all other kinds of things. There's some D-brand skins, but each of these containers is kind of organized, like this one right here. This is all like charging bricks and cords and stuff like that. Some HDMI cords down there. This is kind of extra knickknacks. I believe down here is flash drives and batteries. This is camera equipment like tripods and SD cards. And this is audio. I got like earbuds and an audio splitter in there. And that's kind of what that drawer is. This drawer here is kind of all of the different carrying cases I have for different things. Like my headphone case goes in here. My switch cases. This case is for my JBL. Another JBL. Some other cases and organizers in there. So that's kind of what that drawer is for. And then this shelf is actually empty. I have this Canon PowerShot sitting there, but what actually goes here is the tripod, which is actually right there. So that's where that goes. And then this next shelf is just kind of extra space. I have my 30-watt charge brick from Anker, my SSD, my Switch game card tray, and a little brick for my MacBook charger, and a battery. These are cables that normally go in my bag. And this is just a pile of books there. These two are my Bibles, and these are notebooks. And this is just a clear tray of phone cases. So that's what that is. And then this top shelf is more like, we'll just call it the audio section, even though it's really just headphones. I have my Powerbeats Pro and my AirPods just sitting up here. And this is actually really cool. This is just a wood letter T. That is also a pen holder. My father made me that for my graduation party and as a little gift that he made for me, which is very nice. Then I have this over here. This is actually a mug rack. I got this for free from my first job. my boss, he's like, oh, he was remodeling his house and he had a bunch of stuff. He's like, oh, hey, I have a pile of stuff in the back that if anybody wants anything, they can take it. And I took the mug rack. I originally was going to give it to my mother, but she didn't want it, so I repurposed it as a headphone stand. So I have my Beats and my 1000 M3s over here. So that's this. So over here, we have the main event. We have the desk. Now, I'm really proud of this desk because this desk is something that I built. And I will tell the story about the desk a little later. So this is the desk. It is about 4 feet long, I believe, and about 2 feet wide. So it's a lot of room, really spacey, and I like to keep it as clear as possible because one of my problems with my previous desk was it was not as big as I wanted it to be. And so that is that. It's just made with this wood piece, and I have these metal beams as the legs. Originally what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to take it apart so that I could because if I wanted to take it somewhere else or move to another room, I wanted to be able to take it apart and make it easy to carry, but that didn't necessarily work, but this is great too. So our main event on the front here is I have this dual mount monitor stand with my 2 monitors. So this one on this side is hooked up to my MacBook. I'm still rocking the older generation 2017 MacBook that still has the MagSafe. So I've had this guy, I believe this is what I bought for college. So this was the same computer I had when I was in college, and it's still kicking. The main reason I haven't upgraded yet is because I'm kind of waiting to see what those Apple Silicon Macs are going to look like. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Plus, computers are kind of expensive, but that's not the point. So then that is hooked up to this monitor right here. This is a 27-inch curved gaming monitor from Samsung. Now, I don't actually do any computer gaming, but I love the real estate on it. And so that's what I keep hooked up to the computer. And then my keyboard of choice is this one from Logitech. I want to say it's the K7400. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. I like this keyboard because it is Bluetooth via the USB port in the MacBook, and then it actually has the trackpad integrated into the keyboard. So I don't have to have a mouse and a keyboard. It's all in one thing, and therefore it only takes up one USB port in the Mac, which is kind of nice because before I had a wired keyboard and a wireless mouse with a Bluetooth adapter, and I'd either have to get a multi-USB adapter to plug into the other side if I wanted to ever do anything video-wise, like the import and export videos, or I'd have to unplug stuff and use the computer by itself. I don't know. I didn't like how much extra steps I had to take, so this was a step in the right direction of having less clutter, was getting this keyboard and trackpad integrated system. So that just sits there. And I also have this wireless pad, charging pad from Anker. I don't remember the model number, but I do believe that if I set something on it to wirelessly charge... Oh, I have it turned off. It's supposed to glow. There it goes. So let's try this again. See, it's kind of glowing now, but if I set my Pixel on it, charged, you kind of see that it glows. So that's pretty neat. And then on this side is I believe it's a 24-inch Philips TV. This was something I bought from Shopko when it was closing. If you don't know what Shopko is, it was kind of like a lower version of Walmart in the Midwest. Supergo store, they went out of business, and so when they were selling everything, I grabbed this TV, and it's actually what I have my Switch hooked up to. So the Switch dock is hooked into the TV, and just on this side, we have the Switch in the dock. We have this Joy-Con controller charging station, which is, I believe it's just the Nintendo cert licensed version. So I have my favorite green Joy-Cons, and then in the back I have my colored Joy-Cons that came with the Switch. And then I have my Pro controller right here. And then also this lamp too. This lamp was a pickup from Walmart. It actually has a Qi pad in the lamp, which I just hit the power button on the lamp to try and show you. But I don't really like it because it was kind of a cheap lamp. And so if I leave a wireless charge, if I leave something on the charger too long, the lamp gets really warm. And that's probably not a good thing, so I don't really use it. So the Joy-Con controller just sits right there. And yeah, super minimal and just how I like it. So as I stated in the beginning of the video, the desk is the ultimate reason why I haven't made this video sooner. It's because I wanted a new desk. The desk that I had was an old antique desk that my mother got for me actually when I started school. I was homeschooled, so that was the desk I've had since I started school. And it's been with me this long, and the desk, with everything that's going on now, and a lot of kids having to do online learning, that desk actually went to my mom's brother, who has a 5-year-old son that's starting to do school at home, and so that went to him. So that part I thought was kind of nice way to let the desk down through the family. And so, but this is my new desk. I got this. This is just a piece of wood off of a like a workshop bench, a metal workshop container bench. What I do at work is I reset a lot of things at work, and this was something I had to take apart because the bench that it was attached to was actually discontinued. And so they were just supposed to get rid of the top portion any way they could. And so I talked with that department manager. I was like, hey, could we maybe work something out? So they were able to sell me this piece of wood that I used as a desk, this 4-foot piece of wood. And then my dad was able to hook me up with these pipe legs, which was super nice. And then I was just able to get these flanges, what is screwed to the bottom of the desk that the legs actually screw into. They're called pipe flanges. I got them from work. And so it was just the way I was able to do it. It was a super cheap build, which I was okay with because when I was desk shopping for a desk like this, they were anywhere between $350 and $500. I paid nowhere near close to that to build this desk. So my suggestion to any of you, if you're building a desk, is try and find as cheap materials as you can, wherever you can, like from a garage sale, or even like was able to get a lot of this through work. So that's my suggestion, and it's just the pride of actually building my own desk. Like, I built this with my own 2 hands. I set this all up with my own 2 hands. I modified the shelf myself, and so I just have a sense of pride in this desk because I built most of it. So that is my desk setup for 2020. You have any questions, comments, or any constructive criticisms, leave them down in the comments below. I read through all of them. I try to answer all your comments, so it makes a fun part of my day if I can go through and answer any of your questions. So feel free to ask me. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with anything that I post. And that's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one, and stay safe out there. Peace. Actually, you know what? I'm not getting that. I'm gonna play some Rocket League.